So my next guest is calling for a ban on assault weapons. Here now is Brian Mast. He's a Republican congressman from Florida. He's also an Army veteran. You're also the author of a very compelling op-ed in the New York Times. You said, "I'm a Republican. I appreciate assault weapons, and I support a ban." You go on to say, "I nearly gave my own life because I wanted to save lives. I lost both my legs, a finger when a roadside bomb detonated beneath me, and I have known heroes that I can count on who died defending others. In spite of all of this, or maybe because of it, you support the ban." Tell us about it.
Well, look, I can tell everybody with a clear conscience that the one thing that I've never regretted was when I've had the chance to save a life. And it didn't matter what happened to me. That's always been the truth of it. And nobody's going to regret the actions that they take if they're going out there to save the lives of the children in their school, people in their community. And I look at the weapon that I carried, very similar to an AR-15. I carried an M4 carbine. Usually carried about 10 magazines of 20 rounds apiece, stacked with 20 rounds of 5.56 millimeter ammunition. 14.5-inch barrel, an ACOG sight, a Trijicon sight. I mean, it was a great weapon, but it was the best weapon the military could put in my hands in the most dangerous country on earth to go out there and eliminate our enemies. That's why they did it. It's probably not best to have unfettered access to that for all civilians across our country that are 18 years or older.
So people on the other side make the point that it's not the same weapon and that, it's being used for recreational use, whether it's for hunting or, for riflery, and that they have a right to have it. What do you say to them?
Look, we have the Second Amendment, which is an unimpeachable right to go out there and keep and bear arms. I'm a big concealed carry person. I normally carry a 9mm. I've fired tens of thousands of rounds through my M4 carbine and through AR platforms. It is a platform that I like to go out there and fire. But we also accept that Second Amendment doesn't mean every single arm. We put limits on that already. That limit right now is automatic weapons. We're not going to go out there and brandish a 50 caliber fully automatic cruise serve machine gun. It's not something that we can go out there and purchase. So it's fair to say, let's look at why we have those limits right now, and let's look at those if those limits need to be adjusted. And that's a fair conversation, and the NRA should be a part of that conversation as well.
You also say that background checks have to be a lot more stringent.
Well, there's no question about that. I challenge everybody, and I've heard this from the left, from the right, from independents. You find me one person out there that's right now, they're confident in saying that Nicholas Cruz or the next Nicholas Cruz is going to be weeded out by the FBI, or that the next Omar Mateen is going to be weeded out by one of the state agencies, or that we're going to be able to weed out the next person that did that shooting in Las Vegas, Stephen. I can't think of his last name right offhand, but we don't have confidence in that system right now. And that's what we have to be able to have.
Did you hear the president right before you say, really, guys, you don't have to worry about the NRA. Sometimes we have to fight them, but they're on the side of this. Do you believe him when he says that?
Yes. Absolutely, I believe him, and I want to see the president take action. I want to see him be a leader on this. He cares about protecting our country and protecting our community. I fully believe that. I fully believe that that was what the travel ban was all about. It's about assessing who has access and what they have access to when it comes to our country. And I've called to say, hey, Mr. President, let's try to apply that same logic to this situation. Let's have a pause. And let's see who has access, and let's see what they have access to, and let's see what the FBI and state agencies are doing right and doing wrong, and then let's come back with those common sense solutions. But if nobody has confidence in that system right now, then it shouldn't make sense to continue selling those platforms right now when nobody can guarantee the next Nicholas Cruz isn't out there buying one.
Congressman Brian Mast, you make a lot of sense. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate your perspective today.